Happy Wednesday to you. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
I was on the project last night and we were discussing my Outlander obsession. I wasn't the only one on the panel who had an obsession about Outlander. Sam Taunton said that he did too. Well, he watched it. And I found out afterwards he said he watched it with his mum.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Tribal drum is going to beat for awkward sex scenes.
Yeah. Kieran Neeson will be joining us as well. Kieran Neeson is Doc Neeson's son. You know, it's been almost 10 years since we lost Doc, but Kieran is going to be summiting Mount Everest.
Yeah, he's raising money for brain cancer, doing it the hardest way you can imagine, walking up Mount Everest.
And Mark Hughes will be going along as well. Mark's been suffering brain cancer for close on 10 years now.
The pub test. We put the new movie that's being made about the Titan submersible to the pub test. Too soon, or are you okay with it?
You ran some new words from the dictionary past me.
Did you know any?
I did, because people say, you know, that Jonesy's got the riz.
Yeah. Go and see the doctor for some antibiotics. The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, will be joining us. We discuss bed bugs in Paris. It's all happening.
And what about Oak Island?
I was trying to skip along that.
The mysteries of Oak Island.
Okay, it's all coming up. Good luck.
Will it be coming up on our podcast? Well, yes, it will. Enjoy.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Mrs. Moitz. Everything okay?
Last week, you had wet pants from the rain. Today, I came into work, opened up a little packet of blueberries, went to make a cup of tea, and I thought, why do my pants feel wet? I've got white pants, and I sat on a blueberry.
Yeah, and aren't you going out to a lunch of influential women of the 15th millennia?
No, I'm just meeting a couple of girlfriends. But still, white pants, blueberry bum.
Right on the back.
So this is how long we've worked together. You came into the kitchen with me, and you got a paper towel and then a Chuck's wipe and had a go at getting rid of the stain.
Had a go at your bum.
Because last week, Kath came in to launder and dry your pants. But
yes.
You're happy to walk around here in a towel with no pants on. I'm not quite so happy to do that.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but you're happy for me to get down there and...
and scrub it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at one point, I'm looking down at your bum, which is in the air as you're washing my bum.
And then you got Foxy, our audio producer.
I didn't get him to do anything.
To take a picture of your bum.
He was taking photos of the proceedings anyway. I said, well, thank you. How about we put you to good use? And can you take a photo of it so I can just see how obvious the stain is? Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay. I think now it's just a giant wet patch with a bit of colour.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
The colour that's the worry.
You don't want a bit of colour in there.
At my age, I could be boasting.
Yeah, people will just go and they'll say, oh, okay. People will say, well, what's happened?
I know. Well, hopefully there won't be too much of a stain and we can move on.
Okay.
So, last week it was you and your pants. This week it's me and my pants.
Funny you mentioned that. I brought a spare pair of pants in. So do you want to wear my jeans?
No, thank you. Thank you for offering and thank you for cleaning my pants.
Cleaning your bum.
Yeah, have a look now.
Give us a look. Where's your bum?
Well, where do you think? I wish it was higher, but it's down here.
Is that low?
Shut up.
Yeah. That's all right, Ryan. Get in. Have a look at this.
No.
Ryan wants to get in on this as well.
You and I are familiar with each other. I don't want Ryan to have to go through the horror of looking at my bum.
It's too early for this.
I know. How do you think I feel?
Everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be okay.
Your influential women lunch has been saved. And you're not going to bring disrepute to the gang.
Good.
Action-packed show today. The Prime Minister's coming on the show today. What's he got to talk about?
Well, we'll find out. Also, Doc Neeson's son, Kieran Neeson, is doing a very interesting thing to raise money for brain cancer research. It's an extraordinary thing he's doing, and I can't wait to talk to him.
Also, Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1, which actor plays Michael Scott from The Office? There's lots of prizes on board, so come and join in.
13 WSFM is our number. Give us a call and play Jam Nation. We have the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Let me tell you what prizes we have on board. Oh, look at this. 3 weekend tickets to Book Fair Australia.
What about
a book
the Fuji
festival? Book festival. It's my dream.
Yeah, sure. What about the Fujifilm Instax gift pack? So you can print your memories from your phone.
Print your memories?
Yeah, so the pictures of your bum this morning that's now gone viral.
My bum's gone viral. I don't think so.
For those who've just joined us, Amanda sat in a blueberry.
I've got white
a bit
pants.
like old Mrs. Muffet.
I don't often wear white pants, so if it was ever going to happen, it was going to be today that I'd sit on a blueberry.
Yeah, I'm at an age where I just can't wear white pants. It's just
What happens?
Well, they're just too prone to stuff. White pants, really.
In case you find yourself eating a choc top.
Yeah, you just don't want.
Well, I don't wear them a lot, and now I remember why. Mm-hmm. You need a bucket of Napisan on hand.
Nick's in Canley Bay.
Hello, Nick.
G'day, Jonesy and Amanda.
Let's see how far we can get you today. Which actor plays Michael Scott from The Office?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
what colour is the hammer on the Bunnings logo, Nick?
ooh, the background's green.
Yes.
What colour's the hammer?
Red.
Yes.
It's red.
Took you a long time, but you got there.
Let's play Riff Raff.
Any old riff raff backstage?
Oh, riff raff everywhere. Got you, I understand. Got to keep out the riff raff.
Which song features this riff?
That's Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You.
Yes, it was, Nick. Brings you to question 4.
They
Here we
killed
go.
at the grand final.
They were great at the AFL grand final. We're going to see them on Saturday. I'm
excited about seeing them on Saturday
I'm taking
night.
my son Jack.
Oh, good.
I said it's going to be a big, stupid, great show.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
Yeah. Question 4, multiple choice. What was banned in Indonesia for stimulating passion, Nick? A, hula hoops. B, knee-length skirts. C, open-toed shoes.
C.
No,
Open-toed shoes.
it wasn't open-toed.
You're a toe guy, Nick. Some people like
I
toes.
love the caricatures on all the billboards with your faces on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely, it's a spitting image of you, Jonesy, but I don't know who sat for you Amanda, because it looks nothing like you.
Don't you think? Jonesy's one, yeah, I guess it does look like him. Look, I can't tell. I'm looking at the image now. We have it
Our
up on
little
our.
jollies.
We have it.
It
here.
looks like you because the guy
It's
came round.
it's a caricature of
Well,
me.
remember the guy came round and did he did 3D imaging, Nick, of our heads.
Yeah.
Or did you have someone sit in for you, Amanda?
Phyllis Diller, by the look of it.
Well, you've got short hair in your little dolly.
Yeah,
That's
mine's a little bit longer now.
Yeah.
But I wish I had those eyebrows, that's
You
for
know,
sure.
Nick, we'll
and that
feed-
smooth skin.
We'll feed that back to the people at Mattel who made the dolls.
They didn't.
I'll
but
appreciate
anyway.
that.
Well, that's question
Thank you,
4. Was it hula hoops or knee-length skirts that were banned in Indonesia for stimulating passion?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We're into the Magnificent Seven, and we're at question 4.
It's going to Sue in Ettalong. Hello, Sue.
Good morning. How you doing?
Very well. What was banned in Indonesia for stimulating passion? Was it hula hoops or was it knee-length skirts?
Hula hoop.
It was because it wasn't socially acceptable to shake your hips in public, and you can't do a hula hoop without swinging those hips.
Wow, how does Shakira go over there?
Well,
Or Ricky Martin when he's shaking his bonbon?
or Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
You know, when he went on the Ed Sullivan Show and they made him perform, was it blue suede shoes? And they put
No, hound dog.
hound dog, and they put a hound dog
Yeah.
on a plinth next to him to stop him swiveling his hips. Have I got that story right?
They put the dog there.
They put the dog there, Bill Cosby.
They put the dog
And the
there.
Bill's in the dog.
They wanted to take away the sexiness of him, so they thought by having a big slathering hound dog
I
next
said
to
no,
him,
I wasn't available.
by having that next to him,
But
that
I
took
think
away
also,
the sexiness.
or it might have been on the Ed Sullivan Show, they made him perform between two pillars
Yeah.
so that he couldn't swing enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Welcome to the world we're in now with WAP.
Yeah, that's right.
This is where we've come now.
Question 5. Aside from the T-Rex, What of this dinosaur, Sue, is the main antagonist in the original Jurassic Park film?
Yeah, you got the T-Rex.
Who's the other big one, the other big scary one?
It's not big, though.
No, not big, but scary.
Okay.
Big stuff.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it Velociraptor?
Look, you've seen the word written. I think you know what it is.
Has Sue seen the word written unless we're putting printed?
Meaning she's obviously seen the word before but doesn't know how to say it.
Right. Well, Sue, can you just have one more crack
Have one
at
more
it?
crack
I
at
never
it.
say anything right.
No, come on, Sue. You can do this.
Okay, give it to me.
Just try one more time to pronounce it.
You said...
Okay. Velociraptor.
No, we can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
It's like doing remedial reading with my kids.
Sorry, Sue.
Jamie's in Glen Alpine.
Hello, Jamie.
Good morning, guys.
Between what you've just heard Sue try to say, what do you think the other antagonist was from Jurassic Park? We've got the T-Rex. Who's the other one?
Oh, I'm going to have to guess on this. Triceratops?
No, it was the scary one that's fast and follows them everywhere.
I'm moving away.
It's got big nails.
Dee's in Springwood.
Hello, Dee.
Is it Velociraptor?
Oh, what's wrong today? What's going on? We're being razzed.
Maybe we're being razzed. Maybe it's some uni students all on the one phone. That's my dream. Come on. Paulina's with us.
Hi, Paulina.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Jonesy.
Paulina.
So we've got the T-Rex. What's the other one? It does start with a V, and people seem to be trying to say it.
Is it, oh my gosh, Velociraptor?
Yes, it's a Velociraptor.
It's the Velociraptor.
In what city is the new venue called Sphere located?
Did you see this? U2 performed in it.
What about that?
It's incredible. It's this giant round dome that you can project anything onto. It's inside. It's going to be amazing. What's it called? I mean, no, what city is it in? It's called the Sphere. What city is it in?
Is it Sydney?
No. It couldn't be in Sydney.
No, it's a big razzmatazz city.
Unless you two have performed here recently without us.
What happens in this city stays in this city,
And you wouldn't be able
obviously,
to
because
park.
you don't know the answer.
You wouldn't be able to park anywhere near it either. Tracy's with us.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
The new venue, it is incredible. It cost $2.3 billion to make. It's called the Sphere. Which city is it in?
Viva Las Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Question 7 for you. What was our big announcement yesterday?
Oh, you're going on the television as a program. Pay-per-view.
No.
No, we're not going on the television.
Dressed as velociraptors.
Those dreams have long gone.
Linda's with us. Hello, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We made a big announcement on the show yesterday. Do you know what it was?
Yes, the evening with Jonesy and Amanda.
Yes,
Very
a
good.
big live show. Here's Don Lander.
It's our big live show.
Dance us in.
What are we actually doing in that show?
We're going to replicate this show. We're
Yes.
going to do the Mag 7 live.
Yeah.
No questions about velociraptors.
No, we're going to have to
Vet those. Yeah.
We're going to have to.
It's going to be fantastic. It's the 23rd of November. Tickets are on sale this Friday from Ticketek.
Yep.
We're going to have music. We're going to have guests. We're going to do our show. It's going to. I hope you come along. I hope
Linda, you
you
can
love
see
it.
us up close and personal.
Very personal.
Oh, if you want to go, by the way. You might not want to. Linda might have something on that night.
That's right.
Congratulations to you, Linda.
Winda.
Not only
You'll see all of this live.
have you you've won the Jam Pack, 3 weekend tickets to Book Fair Australia, Sydney's favourite book festival, happening the 14th and 15th of October, a Fujifilm Instax gift pack. Instantly print memories from your phone. So, Linda, you get a selfie of yourself at Thermu, and then you can print it up. How good's that?
Awesome.
And a Jonesy and Amanda coach, choose for the colour and some Sailor pencils. Anything you'd like to add there, Linda?
No, thanks heaps.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Let's go. Back to the old grind. Another day, another dollar.
You know what they say? It's a dirty, rotten job, but someone's got to do it.
Stop gossiping and get back to work.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1994, R.E.M. released their hit song, What's the Frequency, Kenneth? The lead singer of the band, Michael Stipe, wrote the song after he was intrigued by an incident that took place with CBS News anchor Dan Rather. You remember this
Dan
story.
Rather.
Dan Rather.
Rather.
In Australia, we say Rather.
But if it's his name, so he would say Rather.
Americans pronounce it Rather.
It's like
It's more of the
Anthony
accent.
and Anthony. My husband, who's English, will always call someone Anthony, even if their name is Anthony.
Well, that's different. That's saying Anthony to Anthony, rather and rather.
This guy's name is Rather.
But it's like if you go to South Australia and someone says Plant.
No, but this is his name.
It's Dan Rather. Anyway.
Daniel.
The presenter, are you going to do this all day?
Probably.
The presenter was attacked during a live segment on a New York City sidewalk by a crazed man yelling, "Kenneth, what is the frequency?"
Really? Is that what that title
That's
came
what
from?
it's all about. So Stipey saw this and went, hang on, that could be a good song. This story takes a dark turn because he buggered off the guy that yelled out, "Kenneth, what's the frequency?" He was caught 8 years later after he killed a stagehand outside of the Today Show studios. So the guy was a full-blown nut.
Wow.
Yeah. The man, the nut that is, said he was convinced the media was beaming signals into his head and he was on a mission to determine their frequencies. Yeah. I had that when I was working up in Triple M in Brisbane. This person came in, thought that Shirley Strawn, who used to do the breakfast show there, was in his head. And so he went into the foyer and started smashing the place up.
Yeah, we have better security these days for these very reasons. Because
the
radio,
receptionist, she said, "Cheryl, there's someone here to see you."
Because people who are prone to this kind of thinking feel that the radio voices are other voices talking to them. Believe us, we have no higher intelligence than what you're hearing right now.
No. What you get is what you see. But you know what this means?
Tell me.
Put it on. We're playing What's the Frequency, Kenneth? How good is this?
Jam Nation.
Congratulations, you, Double A Chattery, your podcast is doing very, very well. I listened to it, and I must say I listened to it with a mind of wanting to hate it.
This is because I do it with my friend Anita.
And I'm not involved. And then I'm thinking...
You wanted to hate it?
I wanted to... Well, a part of me thinks, I hope this is terrible. And it wasn't. And then I got really felt very insecure.
Oh, little one, I'll never leave the radio.
And then I thought, that's it, it's all over. And then I started tinkering on a lamp in my shed and...
Right. Which is why I have to have a podcast. I think you've explained entirely. But see, the thing is...
Congratulations, you. It's so good.
Well, that's very sweet of you. And we do this radio show and I love nothing more than this. I've always put this before any other job I've ever had. But as I said, there are some topics where, that need a bit more meat discussed around them than we do on a breakfast radio show. And some topics you're not particularly interested in. And so that's fair enough, wouldn't you think, that I'm allowed to see someone else?
No, look,
And so I do this podcast with my friend Anita McGregor. She's a forensic psychologist. So we bring up different topics and things.
She's got a good podcast voice. I like that.
So thank you for your support in all of that. I was on the project talking about it last night.
I liked you on the project.
You got a mention.
I did.
The last time your radio mate Jonesy was here, he did say, though, that you do all the work and he slacks off. What is Anita going to be telling us?
Well, what a relief. Now I can put my feet on the desk and be in the bimbo seat like Jonesy is. I think I'll put Anita to work. She's got the grown-up job. She can do all of that, and I'll just do the frou-frou.
I thought you usually in this show.
Did you think I was in the bimbo seat?
Yeah, I thought so. I always thought we were a bit like Ike and Tina Turner, without the unpleasantness.
Which one's which?
Well, I'd be Tina and you'd be Ike.
Is this the Hall & Oates discussion all over again?
Well, we all know how that ended.
The theme of this week's podcast, and a new one drops tomorrow, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow, but this week's one is about the surge in romance novels. Women, this is one of the only genres of fiction that's going up, and how it's always been a dirty secret that women read romance novels and you're slightly embarrassed to buy them. But so many TV shows are also based on romance novels now. We've got the vampire series, all that kind of stuff. And even I think that Yellowstone is a cowboy romance. It's big business. But Anita, who's, as I said, a forensic psychologist, she knows of a addiction psychiatrist who works on regular addictions. She treats people who have addictions to gambling, to sex, to alcohol, the sort of things we think of when we think of addiction. But this woman herself was addicted to vampire novels, and she wasn't aware that it was an addiction. And it becomes an addiction where you need more and more of that dopamine hit and where it ceases to be good in your life and you tip the balance. And so she was an addiction specialist and still didn't recognise that she had an addiction, which led us in that podcast to talk about my addiction with Outlander. And we were talking about this on the project last night, and Kate Lambrook said that someone on the panel also liked Outlander.
Amanda, just have a guess on this panel. Who has watched Outlander and loved it the most?
Yeah. I'm hoping it's between you and Georgie.
Oh.
No, you're wrong. It's
I'm thinking, is it you, Kate?
Go down the other end of the desk, loved one.
Is it Sam?
Yes, guilty. What, a bit of time travelling, Scottish kilt. What's not to like?
Isn't it great?
I like Sam. He's nice.
I like him too. And he was dobbed in once we stopped recording from Kate Langbrook, as she said that, in fact, he watched it with his mother.
Oh.
There's a lot of... even watching it on my own, I had to cover my face occasionally for the in-your-face sexual bits.
Well, when Helen's got it on...
She's got it on.
She's got it on. Dominic and I, this is my youngest, we're walking and there's always some horrendous rape scene. And I said, what have you got this on repeat?
There are some bits that aren't rape, where everyone's happy for it.
Yeah, okay.
And wow, you see that in enormous detail. Can I just say, if you don't often hear podcasts, and we always say you can get it on iHeartRadio, wherever you hear your podcasts, if you're not sure how to go about that, go to aachattery.com.au. You can listen to the podcast there, or it can guide you through how to download it. So if you're new to podcasts, we'd love you to have a listen and see what you think.
Sure. And my podcast, Fixing a Broken Old Lamp, will be coming up very soon.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous and vulnerable all at once. I'm going to go and have to watch another episode of Outlander.
Yeah, steady on, Ike.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
Did you know that in Australia, brain cancer is the leading cause of death in children and adults under 40? That's staggering. And yet so little is known about it. Kieran Neeson hopes to change that. His dad, Doc Neeson, frontman of the Angels, sadly lost his life to brain cancer in 2014. And since then, Kieran has been advocating and supporting research. Wow, talk about putting your feet where your mouth is. This month he's going to be strapping on his boots and hitting Mount Everest to raise funds for the cause. Kieran, hi.
What about
Morning,
this?
guys. Yeah.
Everest. Can't you just host a fundraiser in the city?
I thought we'd do something a little bit more challenging for this one. But, I've done the Seven Bridges Walk many times to raise funds for cancer research. This is a really good challenge. And, so grateful to be aligned with the Mark Hughes Foundation. I've been working with them for several years now, helping them with their Benny for Brain Cancer round with the NRL. Just really looking forward to it.
And it's been a remarkable turn of events for Mark Hughes as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's such an inspiration, Jonesy. He was diagnosed in 2013, and brain cancer has a 5% survival rate post 5 years. This will be 10 years this year, and 10 years since the foundation started next year. And he goes on all these treks. He leads from the front. Amazing foundation to be part of, and super grateful to be going on this trek with the likes of Mark. And
Mark's going to be trekking too.
Mark's trekking, yeah, absolutely. Wow. He's leading from the charge. Danny Badiris will be there. Trenton Robson from the Roosters, Billy Peden, and 20 other trekkers like myself who've been impacted by brain cancer.
So Everest. It's not easy. There's strength, endurance, altitude. What kind of training are you doing?
Yeah, there's because I live up on the Central Coast, and there's an altitude gym in Gosford that basically takes out normal oxygen that we breathe here is about 20%, and in the altitude gym it's about 12%. So it just helps you climatise to around 4,300 metres above sea level. So I've been doing quite a bit of that, interval sprints on the bike, a lot of walking in that sort of environment, and hoping that'll get me over the line.
Your life has changed a lot recently. You became a dad to twins earlier this year. Congratulations.
I did, yeah.
Did that make you miss your dad even more?
Yeah.
Becoming a dad yourself?
Yeah, it does. It does, definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it tugs on some heartstrings because there's not a day that goes past that I don't think about him, and how much he would have loved to experience being a grandfather, and he would have had the guitar out the first day that they came home, or even in the hospital, considering we spent the better part of 3 months in there. And our little boy Patrick. I mean, Dad was Bernard Patrick Neeson, and he's Patrick Anthony Bernard Neeson.
You didn't call your daughter Doc?
Alexandra Rowe Neeson is our little girl. She came out first. Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, but your dad. The time just passes though. Like it's been almost 10 years.
Yeah, it'll be 10 years next year, and it's just incredible to think about that. I mean, this year was 10 years since we had the Rock for Doc concert, which you guys were obviously there.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sort of looking and starting to sort of map out what a Rockford Doc 2.0 to celebrate 10 years could look like at the moment. So stay tuned on that front.
Well, we'd love to be involved in that.
Absolutely.
That'd be get the band back together.
Yeah,
and how can we help you here? How can people practically help you on your journey?
So for those that do want to contribute, there's a couple of ways to do it. You can go to the Mark Hughes Foundation website. There is a section on the website about the Everest Trek, and you can have a look at all the different people that are participating in the trek, myself being one of them, and you can donate and make a contribution there.
Well, this is great. As Doc would say, this is it, folks. Over the top.
That's right.
And it's a big top, Everest.
It's a big top. Kieran, it's always great to talk to you. To make a donation, go to markhughesfoundation.com.au. Kieran Neeson, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Jam Nation.
Doing it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Are there any questions? Well, 10 actually. 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, here's the thing, $1,000.
Yeah. But then we ask you, do you want to go home with $1,000 or do you want to double your money, but it's double or nothing for answering an extra bonus question?
It's called Skin in the Game. Emma's in Narrabeen.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. We always say this, if you're not sure, say pass, because if you blurt out the wrong answer, it's all over, okay?
Okay.
We've got 10 questions. We have 60 seconds. Are you ready, Emma?
I'm ready.
Good luck. Let's do it. Question 1. What vitamin comes from the sun?
D.
Question 2. In which state is the Yarra River located?
In Victoria.
Question 3. What is 7 plus 5?
12.
Question 4. Corn flour is a shade of which colour?
White.
Oh, no.
Oh, blue.
Yeah, it's blue.
Plops. Oh, Emma, I'm glad you can chuckle at that.
I struggled with that and, funnily enough, the maths question as
Jonesy, we tested him before. He said 11. In fact, 7 plus 5, Brendan, is 12.
Thank you.
$100 to be getting on with, Emma, and thank you for playing.
Damn it.
Thank you very much.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
So, I was on the project last night to talk about a new podcast I'm doing with my friend Anita. It's called Double A Chattery.
It's very good.
Well, thank you.
And it's hard for me to say that.
I know. It's very generous
Part
of
of
you
me
to
was
say
hoping, I hope this is terrible and it fails, but it didn't.
But see, you'd have told me you liked it even if you thought it was awful.
No, I really open-hearted. I went, whoa, this is really good.
Thank you.
It's very entertaining and very listenable.
Well, Anita's a forensic psychologist, so she brings a different spin to things. But we were talking at the first episode about the surge of romance novels, and that's the one genre of fiction that's going up. But what happens if it tilts into addiction, which it can, like any other addiction? This can be something that can take over your life. And on the project last night, we were talking about Outlander. You know how I've become with Outlander. And Sam Taunton on the show, young guy, said he was into Outlander. And then once we'd come off air, Kate Langbrook said to me, he watched it with his mum.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, even when I was on my own at home watching it, I had to cover my face because some parts of it is just every episode full on sex.
It's hard to watch sex scenes
with anyone else.
Yeah, even
watching them on your own is uncomfortable.
We went and saw Oppenheimer, and so I was with my wife, I was with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we're watching that sex scene.
I saw it with my son.
With Florence Pugh and her,
You mentioned on air about her glistening back.
She had a glistening back.
And I told Liam about how you'd said that, and Liam said, oh, that's creepy. Even I didn't think that. Well, and he's a young man.
She's got a nice sheen. She's got a nice skin tone.
See, look at Ryan's pulling faces. It's creepy, isn't it, when he talks like this?
I can't help
So actually, we should be talking to your family about how they felt watching this with you. You're the creep.
My daughter's boyfriend piped in nice. He said nice.
Are you joking? Did Romany forgive him?
And she said, oh, you creep.
Oh, this is sphincter tightening all around. And I loved that scene as well.
Talk about nuclear fission.
Do you remember we interviewed Claudia Jessie? She plays one of the daughters in Bridgerton.
Yes.
And there's a particular series where she said her clothes are barely on. And she had to watch that episode with her mum.
I want to warn your family beforehand, or just don't watch it with your nan or your parents.
No. Did you say you watched it with your family?
Yeah, I watched it with my mum.
Oh.
I knew what was coming. So, I was a bit like, Mum, pull your socks up.
Because that's all that's being worn are the socks.
Is that when you said? Is that when you said? I'm just going to go make a cup of tea, Mum. You just watch this.
The entirety of episode 6, I was making a cup of tea.
Awkward.
Difficult.
Tribal Drum is beating for awkward sex scenes.
Sex,
that's all I think about.
Thank you.
Jam Nation.
The Tribal Drum is beating awkward sex scenes in the movies.
That's all I think about.
Yes.
Yeah. Megs, who works with us, she was saying she was watching Puberty Blues, not the movie Puberty Blues, but the TV series Puberty Blues, which got a bit more racy in its time. Do you recall certain scenes in that?
I didn't see the entire series, but she said she was watching with her family where there was a number involved.
The number position.
The number position. No, hopefully not number 2.
No. Max, it just sounds even more.
Well, it sounds even worse.
It sounds
but
worse.
Awkward all round.
But colloquially, if you go and play bingo, they'll call it dinner with a view.
Yeah.
Or toucan chew.
Yeah.
But anyway, imagine watching that with mum and dad.
Not great.
But then that's when you go out and say, anyone want a cup of tea?
Yeah. Awkward, isn't it?
It is. Cologne is joining us. Hello, Cologne.
Hello, how are you guys?
Very well. Tell us about the awkward sex moment.
About 25 years ago, my kids were starting to ask, where do babies come from and all those sorts of questions. So popped down to the local video hire shop and got the old VHS. Got the video, Where Did I Come From? Stupidly didn't watch it before we saw it. Sat down with the kids after dinner, popped it in the video, started watching it, and then one of the scenes in it was the cartoon characters drawn in the bed, but with the creak, creak, creak sounds around it and the noise of a creaking bed. And the kids turned around and said, we hear that from your bedroom. Bedroom noises, Mum and Dad.
Oh.
That's just...
Yeah. It doesn't have to be full-on raunchy for it to be awkward. That's incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, so we just looked at each other and went, we need to make sure that our shifts don't correlate anymore and no more kids. So
no more kids.
That'd be a good ad for new bedding, for a less creaky mattress.
Yeah, maybe Captain Snooze can get on that.
Invite him in, Brendan. Nothing awkward about that. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Hi, Joanne.
Joanne.
Oh, hi. Hi, how are you?
Very well. Now let's get awkward. What happened?
Well, back in 72, I was about 18 and going out with my new boyfriend and another couple that were friends of his, and I said I'd like to go and see the movie Canterbury Tales. So off we went to see Canterbury Tales. It was a porno.
Oh.
And they loved it. They thought it was great. I pretended I was asleep. I was so embarrassed that I'd taken them off to see porno.
What did you think Canterbury Tales was going to be?
Well, it was kind of, there's Chaucer stories and stuff. Did you think it would be a reenactment of some of those?
Absolutely, I did.
And so you pretended to be asleep.
Absolutely. I was asleep for the whole movie.
Right. Your boyfriend would have been all G'd up.
A Chaucer gets you going.
What was Joanne doing? She was asleep
the whole time.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Jam Nation.
And we are up and running.
Awkward sex scenes in movies and TV. They're best left to watch by yourself, perhaps.
Well, I was talking about Outlander on the project last night. We were talking about my new podcast called ABC Chattery. ABC Chattery, AA Chattery. Wherever you get your podcast. Or you can go to aachattery.com.au and it'll link you through it all. But one of the things we were talking about was romance and addiction and my addiction to Outlander. And Sam on the panel of the project said he liked Outlander. Well, he got outed really by Kate Langbroek, who then, after we came off air, said he watched it with his mum. It's this wall-to-wall war. Watching the two lead characters who have so much passion for each other. Even when I watched it on my own, I had to cover my own face.
What about Claudia Jessie, star of Bridgerton? She not only had to watch a sex scene with her mum, she was actually in the sex scene in the show.
Want to warn your family beforehand, or just don't watch it with your nan or your parents.
No. Did you say you watched it with your family?
Yeah, I watched it with my mum.
Oh.
I knew what was coming. So, I was a bit like, Mum, pull your socks up.
Because that's all that's being worn are the socks.
Is that when you said, I'm just going to go make a cup of tea, Mum? You just watch this.
The entirety of episode 6, I was making a cup of tea.
Awkward. All right, the tribal drum is beating for awkward sex scenes. Hello, Debbie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who was watching what?
Well, I was probably in my mid-20s, and it's in the days before we had mobile phones and internet, etc. And I'd taken myself off to work. Husband had already left, and one of his mates was staying with us at home. And I got halfway to work and thought, I've forgotten my uni assignment because I was going to university afterwards. And came back, walked in, and he was in the lounge room and looking a bit tense and a bit upset. But I wasn't as aware as I should have been because I was anxious about this assignment. It wasn't where I thought it was, so I'm ransacking the house looking for it. And I come out and I said to him in a very relieved voice, I found my assignment. I'll see you later this evening. And he's sort of going, oh, yes, I'll see you. When we got home that evening, he said to me, look, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise you were coming back and I didn't want you to walk in on that. I said, walk in on what? He'd actually been watching a porn movie called Tortured Sluts. Evidently there was loads of moaning and groaning that was going on, and he was desperately trying to turn it off with the remote and it wasn't working. But I had no idea.
And you didn't even notice.
Oh, that's hilarious. Imagine his anxiety. Oh, that's hilarious.
Didn't even notice how tortured they were.
He couldn't even pretend that he thought that movie was something else with a name like that. I thought it was a handyman series. There's nothing you could do. Oh, Debbie, that's hilarious. Thank you.
Teresa's joined us.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, good morning.
Hello. Who was watching it?
My daughter, when she was in primary school, wanted to have her little friends over for a sleepover, and I thought we'd go up to the video shop and get a nice girly movie. So I picked out Bridesmaids. The opening scene was a oral sex scene. So I quickly shut the TV off and said, come on, girls, let's go and do something else. And they were like, oh, what was that? We want to watch the movie.
And there's sex scenes and then there's sex scenes, but the oral sex scene is always a hard one to cover.
Yeah. Let's have a sleepover. And you'd probably be terrified of what the girl's going to go home and tell their parents.
Yeah. Maybe she's got Smokey and the Bandit.
There's probably some in there.
No, there's no sex in Smokey and the Bandit.
Isn't there?
No, it's just cars jumping stuff.
Oh, yeah, the girls would have loved that.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Too soon? Movie about the submersible. Does it pass the pub test?
Well, this is what happened, if you remember. It was a $250,000 voyage that individuals paid to see the Titanic, and it imploded underwater, claimed the lives of a billionaire explorer, a French Titanic expert, OceanGate CEO, Stockton Rush, and a Pakistani businessman and his 19-year-old son. The movie apparently is going to be called Salvage, that will look at the events that occurred before, during and after the incident. The creators have said that they feel that this story was hijacked really by the 24/7 media news cycle that convicts and ruins the lives of so many people without due process. Our film will honour all those involved in the tragedy and feature to serve as a vessel, bad pun, to address the more macro concerns about the nature of media today. Lots of people are saying it's too soon. This only happened last year. What I find interesting...
No, this year.
Was it this year?
It's this year. It's June.
My God.
It just happened.
Did it? Because they were rich people on board, people have poo-pooed the human tragedy of this. And maybe that's what the filmmakers are trying to address. In this day and age, we don't have the money to send people into space. For example, NASA used to do that, and people would explore underwater. This is now the domain. These frontiers are being explored by billionaires, which has made us not care about them. Somehow this became, and maybe it is the news cycle, filled with memes and filled with derision about the people who'd passed away. No one really cared. The same if Elon Musk blows up in a spacecraft. And yet these, whether we like it or not, are the new frontiers, and this is the way they're going to be explored, but we don't give it any respect. Maybe that will make this movie okay. Others are saying, I think it's far too soon, because people are already saying if they're making a movie about the OceanGate, I definitely want to see the portion covering the stepson going to the Blink-182 concert.
I don't think it's soon enough.
Do you think it's fair enough?
Well,
it's
you'll
not
strike-
disrespectful?
No, not at all. Strike while the iron's hot. How could it be any more respectful than the memes and stuff that's already come out? At least it'll tell the story.
Yeah. So how do you feel? People are divided over this. A movie about the submersible, does it pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
The English language, we struggle with it sometimes on this show, but it's very fluid. 690 new words have been added to the dictionary in September 2023. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary update.
I like the word efficacy.
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 That's one we learnt during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But in some of the words here, there's 690 new ones, so I won't read all of them, just the top 600, say.
Okay.
Some of the words here you and I would already know. For example, thirst trap. What would you say thirst trap is?
Thirst trap, I know that.
I
Isn't
know
that
this
like
one.
a sex thing?
It's where you take a photograph or a selfie, for example, or a video, shared for the purpose of attracting attention for
Yes.
desire. So you pretend in a way, oh, look, here I am doing my tax, but you're wearing, you've got your muscles bulging out and you're wearing nothing else.
Oh, you've seen my latest post.
Doom scroll.
Oh, yeah, my wife, she's the biggest doom scroller in the world.
Where you spend a lot of time online scrolling, news feeds, etc. Quite quit, we know.
Yep.
Minimum amount of work required to do a job, etc., etc. I know those ones.
Well, we work with a lot of people that have quiet quit.
Yeah, you for starters. Doing the bare minimum. I never realised.
I quiet quit back in 2004.
This is one of my favourites. I love this expression. I think I've told you about this before. Riz. Do you know what Riz is?
Oh, I do. Charisma.
Yeah.
He's got charisma.
It's slang for romantic appeal or charm, and it's from charisma. I love that. Riz. Goated. If you were considered to be goated.
The greatest of all time?
Yeah, so you're considered the greatest of all time. What about...
these are words that I get a lot, riz and goated. So,
okay, well, let's get some of the others, shall we? How
they're in
about
my wheelhouse.
mid? When would you use mid?
Mid-strength beer? No.
Well, it's the new way of saying meh. It's neither very good or very bad. It's mid.
It's like mid-strength beer.
Bussin'?
No.
This is African American English slang. Extremely good or excellent. Tasty, if someone's made something bussin'.
Oh, someone said that to me the other day.
Oh, they did not. What about cromulent?
No, I'm going to need some help with that one.
It's informal plus humorous, it says. Acceptable or satisfactory.
Okay.
Crate dig. 2 words with a hyphen. Crate dig.
C-R-A-T-E or
Yep.
C-R-E-T-E?
That'd be Crete. C-R-A-T-E. Crate dig.
Nope.
Well, after making me spell it out, it's to shop for rare, vintage or obscure recordings, to go crate digging.
No, that sounds like hipster material to me.
Edgelord?
Nope. Skateboard? Something on a skateboard?
No. Someone who makes wildly dark and exaggerated statements, as in an internet forum, with the intent of shocking others. An edgelord.
Oh,
That's
okay,
good.
yeah.
They're good, aren't they? What's some of the other ones we've got here? Padawan?
That's like Star Wars, Little Apprentice.
Oh, yes. Is that where that's from?
That's Padawan.
A young person, especially when they are regarded as naive or inexperienced.
Yes.
Simp.
Am I right?
What about simp?
Simp, that's like a man with no nuts. That he sits to his missus all the time.
It's simp to his missus is to show excessive devotion or longing for someone or something. It sounds nicer when they say it. So,
my man with no nuts.
Men with no nuts.
Who gives it to his missus?
So if someone says you've got riz, you don't need to go to the doctor.
Well, I hear that.
It just means that you have charisma.
Yeah.
And there's only 560 more to go through, and I'll get to those after the news.
I'm looking forward to your podcast of that.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Is it too soon? Movie about the submersible. Does it pass the pub test?
Ocean Gate. Remember that? It sounds like that's a made-up name. That was the name of the company that took the submersible down to have a look at the wreck of the Titanic. It cost $250,000. That's what the voyage was, to see it. And, of course, we know that everyone on board perished and passed away. The movie is called Salvage. That's the working title. And the people who are making the film have said the 24/7 media cycle has kind of convicted people and ruined the lives of so many without due process. We'd like to address it and tell the real story. Many people are saying it seems too soon. Lots of cruel memes were around at the time because these people were rich, though we have lost also scientific explorers when this imploded as well. Is it too soon? Do we feel uncomfortable about it? Is it good? The Submersible movie, does it pass the pub test?
Does pass a pub test as long as it's done in the way of a documentary. If it's done as a comedy, no, it's ridiculous. But a documentary, learn from it, is not a problem.
You know what? We always say, is it too soon? Possibly. And always it's, we'll move on to the next.
No, it doesn't. I think they should give them time to mourn. It hasn't been long enough yet. And I think there's a lot of people that are still mourning. So that doesn't pass the pub test.
Interesting.
But if it's going to be a comedy, it hasn't got Kelsey Grammer in it.
Interesting. If you lose someone in it, it will always be too soon.
Yeah.
When they say people are mourning, for those people, it will always be too soon.
Jonesy and Amanda. Damnation.
Podcast.
Well, no denying the pressures on the Prime Minister over the next couple of weeks. Early voting has opened for The Voice. I think it closes at 6 o'clock tonight, actually, giving us the chance to vote in one of the biggest and most important referendums in our country's history. Also, the government's trying to ease the biggest cost of living pressure Australia has seen in decades. For updates on both these things, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, hello.
G'day, good to be with you.
Great to talk to you again.
So, apparently, does it close at 6 o'clock tonight, our chance to early vote?
No, every day between now and October 14, there's early voting. People can just log on to the AEC website, aec.gov.au, and there's a little button you can press on, find your early voting booth, and you can press on that, put in your suburb, and it'll pop up where you can vote.
All right.
We've been on the journey with this with you from the get-go, and my stance hasn't changed on how I'm voting, and I am voting yes. And I've read everything that there is about it. I've read every part. I've read what the no argument is, what the yes argument is, but still in my mind, there's no argument. It's just, to me, it feels like it just should be yes. And I did a bit of, and I know you've banged on about this a fair bit, Albo, but since 1973, we've had 7 advisory boards from various governments, from Liberal and Labor, and each time a new government gets in, they get rid of the advisory board and they start all over again.
That's where the wastage is.
And then I'm thinking, well, hang on. In this constitution, which says a voice, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice, this voice may make representations to the Parliament on matters relating to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. May, it's not will, it's may. I don't understand why people aren't understanding this may bit. May is not will.
That's exactly right. And that's one of the changes that were made from the draft wording to make it very clear that there's no compulsion here. And when you read that together with the next clause that says the Parliament shall make laws relating to the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander voice, including, that's an important word as well, including composition, procedures, etc. What that is doing is making it very clear the primacy of the Parliament. So all the people are being asked to vote for here is 2 things. One, to recognise a fact. It is a fact that there were people here before 1788. And that should be a source of pride for our nation that we have the oldest continuous culture on earth right here that we share this continent with. So that's just a fact. And the second thing is a non-binding advisory committee that may give advice on matters that affect Indigenous people. And why would you want to do that? Because you get better outcomes when you listen to people who are actually directly affected by it. It's as simple as that. That's all it is. It won't change the way that our Parliament functions or laws are made. That will still be up to the government of the day. And that's why this is such a gracious and generous request that has come from Aboriginal people themselves. Met at Uluru in 2017 and said, you know what, the form of advice, the form of constitutional recognition that we want is one that has a bit of substance and something that lasts, which is give us a body that may be able to give that advice.
And one that's not going to be changed.
Either listen to it or not.
But also one that's not going to be changed every 4 years when a government changes.
Well, that's right. And that's why they want that security of enshrinement in the Constitution. And at the end of the day, both sides of politics are saying they support constitutional recognition. Both sides are saying that they want a legislated voice. the Liberal Party says that they're going to do that. That's the policy that they've adopted for a long period of time. The only difference and all of the noise that's out there is about whether the voice can be abolished or not. And Indigenous people are saying we want the security of not putting in all this effort to create a body and to have that continuity, just to have someone come along and say, for whatever reason, people like Pauline Hanson, of course, would want it abolished at any time. And, we want that security. It can be changed, its composition and what it does, but there has to be an advisory body, which is just a recognition of Indigenous Australians. Other countries have had Indigenous seats. There are seats reserved for Maoris in New Zealand. So this is a really modest request. And that's why I sincerely hope that in the last 11 days that we have to go, people have a read of the question and decide, you know what, this is the right thing to do. I'm going to vote yes.
Nathan Cleary, straight after winning the grand final, released a clip that said, "No voice, no choice. Come on, Australia, vote yes." What impact do you think that might have?
Oh, look, I think if you look at Nathan Cleary, all of the sporting codes have all endorsed a yes vote. The NRL, the AFL, Basketball Australia, Netball, Football Australia, Rugby Union, Tennis Australia. Why have they done? They know that the way that those codes have worked is that they've got better relations when they've actually spoken to Indigenous people. So we've seen the rise of things like the All-Stars game at the beginning of a season is fantastic. So whether it's people like Nathan Cleary, who has put out such a strong statement, or whether it be Indigenous athletes like Latrell Mitchell and Cody Walker and Jonathan Thurston, and in AFL, people like Eddie Betts and Adam Goods, Greg Inglis, have all come out and very strongly supported the Yes campaign. And I just hope that people, particularly one of the things we're seeing with people like Nathan as well, is that younger people are really motivated by this. And I know that lots of people I've spoken to said, why are we even having a vote? I didn't realise that we didn't recognise Indigenous people in our Constitution, which, of course, is something that should have happened in 1901. But at that time, of course, we had some pretty bad policies towards Aboriginal Australians, and that's why this is really a catch-up. Every other country in the world has recognised its First Peoples except for Australia.
And you know me, I'm not a Labor guy. I'm not a Labor voter. I'm not a wokey. I'm not a lefty. I'm not an elite. I'm an Aussie that wants a fair go. I get it. I totally get this. And I just don't... And the word may, it's not will, it's may. It's not...
And if you're a white Australian, can I just say this? If you're a white Australian, you're losing nothing.
You're losing nothing. You know,
exactly. There's everything to gain here. It's like before the marriage equality vote, there was a view from some saying, it would ruin existing marriages. You know, people will be marrying harbour bridges and all this nonsense. Guess what? It just gave a group of people rights they didn't have and didn't impact others, except that we feel better about ourselves when we're more inclusive. So, yes, this is about respect for Indigenous Australians, but we'll also just feel better about ourselves as a country. And as a country, we've always got to look at enlarging ourselves. We can't shrink in on ourselves, and that's what a no vote will be. A no vote leads us nowhere. It's more of the same. We're living in no right now. There's an 8-year life expectancy gap.
Yeah. And also a no victory, it just sounds hollow. You can't even celebrate a no victory.
Well, it's such a kick to our psyche, I think, as Australia, if no gets up.
I just, it's,
Well, no is now. We're living in no.
Yeah, we're in no now.
And having an advisory group never hurt anyone. There is absolutely no downside. And the only power it will have, of course, is the power of its ideas. If it has a good idea, it'll be adopted by government. If it doesn't, Well, it won't.
Yep. So, for example, I want to marry the Harbour Bridge.
Oh, I
'cause
want to marry the Harbour Bridge.
I've noticed lately it's been looking at me, so obviously that's not a good idea.
That winking eye on the top.
Oh, they're always winking at me. Prime Minister.
It's always flashing.
It's always flashing. Anthony Albanese, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us on the program and have a wonderful day, guys.
Appreciate it.
And to
Thank
all
you.
your listeners.
Jam Nation.
Well, Paris is in a bit of trouble at the moment with bed bugs.
Ooh.
And the problem is that they're in the midst of Paris Fashion Week and they've got the Olympics coming up. So they're wondering what to do with all of that. People are reporting on social media that the bed bugs aren't just in the houses and the Airbnbs and the hotels. They're also on public transport. TikTokers are showing themselves standing up on the metro because they don't want to sit down on the seats.
How big are these bed bugs that they're taking the seats?
One each. Don't put your feet up. Interesting. They're saying that it's France's popularity as a tourist destination. They have 77 million annual visitors. Wow. So that contributes to the spread of the bed bugs, as does a resistance in the insecticides. Something else that I heard was that, and I've just had a look here, I heard that because hotels generally wash sheets and bedding in cold water, that's why bed bugs are thriving.
Doesn't everyone now wash everything in cold water?
Well,
it's the whole cold power world that we live in.
Yes. Hotels use cold water unless the linens are heavily stained.
Oh, no.
Hot water breaks down the material faster, and so you'd have to replace them more often, and it's more expensive. But it doesn't help the hotel's bed bug situation. Bed bugs don't survive in hot water.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the reasons why there are apps and things. They can go to New York and have a look as to which hotels are known for their bed bugs. So this is quite a common thing.
So it's a thing.
It's a thing. But they're worried, like Fashion Week, all the models, oh, look at her itchy bites. I'd like some of those. And the Olympics, what's going to happen? It's probably not the only bug that'll spread around the Olympic Village, but fascinating. Watch this space.
And if only those other bugs could be treated with cold power.
It's cold spoon, maybe.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
The Secrets of Oak Island.
Brendan, we've discussed the secrets of Oak Island.
You're on board.
Is there more than one episode?
Is there more than one episode? Are you kidding me? There's a billion of them.
Well, they've never found the secrets, so why so many episodes?
For the uninitiated, the island is Nova Scotia Way, or Nova Scotia, as some people might say it.
So it's Canadian?
Yeah, around that part of it, where they did Come From Away. You know that musical that you liked?
Yeah. Was it the Outer Hebrides, or was it Canada?
Yeah, it's around there. There's a lot of Canadian.
Newfoundland.
That's it, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. Anyway, it's in the wheelhouse, but it's a story about hidden booty, and I'm obsessed.
There is an island in the North Atlantic where people have been looking for an incredible treasure for more than 200 years. So far, they have found a stone slab with strange symbols carved into it, mysterious fragments of human bone, and a lead cross, whose origin may stretch back to the days of the Knights Templar. To date, 6 men have died trying to solve the mystery, and, according to legend, 1 more will have to die before the treasure can be found.
That seems a bit dire, doesn't it? I don't understand why they just don't get a bobcat and just get digging. But
are there any answers ever?
Well, there's a lot of questions. You should hear the narrator in the show. I'm a bit tired of his questions.
A coin found some 170 feet deep within the walls of the C1 shaft? Could this be a vital clue marking the location of the legendary treasure? Could the stone formation be connected in some way to the construction of the mysterious tunnel which was indicated on Fred Nolan's map? Could this iron slag found within the rock feature be additional evidence of some sort of large-scale blacksmithing effort on Oak Island? Perhaps one that could be associated with the possible construction of the Money Pit treasure shaft. A pine tar kiln, possibly constructed by the British military.
Oh, come on. Any answers or just questions?
Century, nearly 2 centuries before the discovery of the Money Pit.
Money Pit, treasure shaft. Is this Love Island?
But then you're missing out on scintillating stuff like this.
Maybe it was put here to mark something.
Oh, duh.
Covered in kelp. It looks like a couple of rocks.
Can you promise never to watch it again?
I'm obsessed.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
You can win $20,000 cash just for being our favourite ghoulie of the year. What have we got?
I go to the freezer to get some ice. The ice cube tray is bone dry empty. I go off at my daughter, who's the culprit. She comes back with a smart-ass response. There's melted ice in the tap. That gets my ghoulies.
I turn off the water tap. I turn off the money tap at that point.
money tap.
Not the water tap. That's cruelty, isn't it? Turn off the water tap to punish my
That's
family.
what you can do. You can just turn off all the power
No,
when you leave for work.
Turn off the money tap would be the other tap that would get them where they live.
I'd like to be a part of that money tap.
What else have we got?
I set up a camera in the backyard to find neighbour using our outside laundry, including shower, wash machine and clothesline. Went on my way. In America, they're known as froggers, people that live in your attic and you're not aware. That gets my ghoulies.
Oh, what kind of life is that for
frogger.
someone who lives in your attic?
Wow. Remember that time you used the wrong person's toilet?
Look, this was many years ago. A friend had just moved into a new terrace house. I went to visit them. They weren't home. So there was an outdoor toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Found out I was the wrong street later on.
And the subject of funniest home videos.
I was a frogger for some time.
Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out to Tony, you can always consult us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 5 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend, wins an Audio-Technica Soundburger, a portable vinyl record player. Bluetooth portable turntables from our mates at Audio-Technica.
You get the Jonesy and Amanda caricatures and tea towel as well, which is always cool.
No, you don't.
Don't you?
It's Mag 7. Or is
No,
that
you
this?
know you get it as well
Do
as
you?
this. Yeah.
Oh, I've completely forgotten.
Some dope has forgotten to write it in here.
Charming. I was on the project last
I
night.
don't want to blame anyone.
And of course, the conversation turned to Outlander. One of the hosts, Sam Taunton, mentioned off air. Well, he mentioned on air he liked Outlander, but off air, it was revealed he watched it with his mother. It's a lot of awkward
That's a lot of
sex
stuff.
moments in it. Even watching it on my own, I had to cover my face sometimes. Tribal John was beating for awkward sex scenes.
Sex, that's all they think about.
What about Debbie from Arncliffe? She came home. She'd left home. She had a friend staying, a mate's.
Her husband's mate was staying.
staying
She
over.
dropped home because she forgot to pick up a university assignment.
She
And
comes into the house like a whirling dervish.
And there was this.
Oh, there's old mate sitting there watching.
He'd actually been watching a porn movie called Tortured Sluts. Evidently, there was loads of moaning and groaning that was going on, and he was desperately trying to turn it off with the remote, and it wasn't working. But I had no idea.
I think that Kiwi accent makes that movie title sound so much better.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Bill Weaver's up next. Your chance to take one of WSFM's great escapes.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, ching, oh, ching, ching, oh, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.